Well, good morning, Lionhearts. The bachelor party begins now. We've just met up with Michael's best friend, Stefan, who's in a pretty famous band here in Sweden. The first thing we're doing today is we took Michael to a recording studio and we got a drummer, a bass player, and we're gonna make some music. What a great bachelor party. Let's check everybody out. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
I'm Jordan.
Johan. Jordan, Johan.
Hey, Stefan! How you doing, buddy? Good, you? Good. Great. All right, bachelor party time.
Yeah.
Hi,
Jordan,
nice
to meet you.
Very nice, very nice.
So the bachelor party recording studio is actually right here on the pier where we docked from the ferry. Oh man, they ain't messing around here, buddy.
I was telling Stefan, it's like
Oh, look at that. They are not messing around. Woo!
That's exactly.
This is the pro stuff here. This is gonna be fun. So as I understand it, what we're gonna do is Michael and I haven't made any music in years. We're gonna make Michael make some music today and hopefully perform it at the wedding. So all these guys and Michael used to have a band like when they were like in high school and graduating, and so they're gonna like play some of the songs they used to remember, which were like Iron Maiden songs and everything, and Michael keeps going, oh, we need to get Jordan a guitar and da da da, and Stefan, who's the best man, just said, Michael, I think you're trying to mask how bad you're gonna be, and every time they bring up something new, they go, Michael goes, oh, Jordan can sing, and finally one of the guys goes, yeah, can Jordan marry Christina too? You want him to do that too?
The one I designed myself.
Oh, the size of it all?
Stefan's signature.
Oh, that.
My own. Cheap.
Recording.
There's one of Stefan's signature picks. He's in the band called Within Temptation. So I'm actually hoping I'm not going to be playing any music because I want to be working on the film. I told you guys I'm going to make a movie out of the bachelor party. I'm going to make a little movie out of basically from here till the end of the wedding and give it to Michael and Christina for their wedding present. Oh, look at that neck. Oh yeah.
That's like.
That's a little bit tricky on the eyes, isn't it? Oh, now you can play the pro guitar here. The Within Temptation. They're working on Judas Priest Breaking the Law, and they're thinking of renaming it Breaking the Vow. Breaking the Vow, Breaking the Vow. Somebody's got a fever for the cowbell. We found a cowbell museum here. We're joking that this guy's here to make Michael sound good. He's gonna double everything Michael's supposed to do. With all that bow bow.
Det kan ni få allihopa.
Härligt!
Det kan behövas.
Lovely!
Det är han som kan låta.
Det är han som leder. Just det, man kan leda sig in åt vilket håll vi går. More low. Det här är mycket finare än jag hade i min studio.
So what we've been doing is we've actually been recording that. All these takes, Stefan's had his mouse over there by him and he's been recording this, and they're going to turn this into a recording.
Vilka porriga stålar!
Breaking the vow, breaking the vow. You don't know what it's like. Så det är bara att köra på bestämma här.
Att följa med fingrarna. Oh yeah, I went in that one. Yeah. I like this version as well.
No. It's catastrophic.
Much because of
Catastrophic.
your fine work.
Yes, it's my work I'm worried about.
So what we're doing right now is we're actually listening to all the 4 takes that they took, and they're going to pick the best one, and they're going to double the guitars, double everything, and they're trying to make this into like a good sounding recording. I think they're going to turn it into a parody and do it as Breaking the Vows. Overdubs. Looks like Gizmo's face. Wait, what's that say? Probably groupies. So I just asked Stefan who's gonna sing on this, and he said he wants Michael to. So this guy, he's memorized, you're from Sweden, right?
Yes.
But you've memorized all the United States capitals, and you have funny ways of remembering. How did you, I told you I was from Ohio, how do you remember Ohio?
Yeah, it's Columbus waving Ohio to the people on the shore.
That's awesome. And then what was Idaho?
The Boise, Ida's a hoe, and she's waving to the Boise's.
That's hilarious. So Michael is doing his overdub, but he doesn't want to sing, so he's going to talk it. Michael does not consider himself a singer, so he's decided instead of singing, he's going to talk the lyrics. So we're going to go in there and watch him record the vocals.
There I was, completely wasted, out of work and down. All inside, it's so frustrating as I'm drifting from town to town. Breaking the law, breaking the law,
Breaking the law?
breaking the vow, breaking the vow. Inside, it's so frustrating as I'm drifting town to town.
Breaking the vow, 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 breaking the vow.
I just said I've now become an international recording artist. Now I've recorded in Gotland. And there's a drawing by the Cardigans. You can see that, 2002. And that's a wrap on the studio time. We got it done. Now we're going to eat. Time for the food.
Det var ju efter.
Släkt och vänner börjar prata så här. Leverantörernas hemsidor, för de har
They do, but it's not.
We have arrived. Here's where we're having our meal. The Black Sheep Arms.
It's a bachelor party for this.
Same here.
Who doesn't want one?
Thank you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you guys.
All right, the food's here. Got some fish. These guys all got the burger that they've been bragging about for days, so. Well, we pretty much killed our food here.
And I realized that like when I landed here in Sweden.
All right, we're leaving the Black Sheep Pub, and we're basically going next door. And guess who's gonna meet us over here? John Juan is in town, and John Juan is supposed to be meeting us over at a beer tasting. We're going right here. It's our old pal Norpon, who has gotten like 6 hours of sleep, just like me, since last night's adventure.
Kenny! What's up, dude? You made it! Oh yeah. To find you guys here. Yeah. How's the hotel?
While we're waiting for everybody to show up for the beer tasting, I walked over to the Draughton Church, and this is a 13th century church that is, it's got its name from like an Old Norse word for ruler, and they actually have abandoned it, and it hasn't really been used since the 16th century. But if you turn around and look right behind us, there's another church, and you actually have those old style gates and fencing. I'm gonna go in real quick. This is called St. Lars. Look at that. A lot, like I said, 92 churches on the island, and all of them were built in various different times. And what Michael and Norpon were telling me is that they were trying to infuse religion with the Vikings' belief in kind of superstition and not fairy tale, but just kind of what they already had believed as tall tales. And look, you can actually, I'll do it later, go up those stairs and through there. And so they infused them, and they would make the religion kind of tie into what the Vikings already believed, so that they would adapt to it a little bit easier. And here's the side of the tower that we saw those people walking up the side. All right, we're gonna go back in because John's not here. We're gonna go ahead and go up into the tower. How cool is this? How cool is that? We're in the tower. 13th century. Let's keep going. We'll go to wherever it takes us. Looks like it goes back down now. Pretty cool. Well, I've just experienced something I never thought I would see in my life. Oh, where does this go? Oh, dead end. There we are.
Hey, Jordan.
Started to outgrew this brewery in 2008 through 2009, and they're imported through the pipes. This is I wouldn't call it a flap. It's not really a flap. What happens is that the malt goes into this vessel here, and we mix it, or the brewers will mix it tomorrow morning with hot water, the first hops. The hops that are actually goes into the wort at this stage will only bring bitterness and no aromas whatsoever. It's a bit like tea in a tea bag thingy that if you put it in early and you forget about it, the tea will be very, very bitter, but it will not smell anything at all. The mash actually goes over to this vessel here. This vessel, you will actually let it just rest. And what happens is that all the solid parts will actually slowly end up in the bottom of this vessel down here, where there is kind of a raster. Anyone with a good name for that in English, please? Ett raster.
It's a mesh.
It's a mesh, yeah, it's kind of a mesh, but it's a grid more. A grid, I think it's a grid, really, because it has these like, yeah. Anyway, you can have a look at it.
Mesh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is that all the solid parts end up in the bottom of this here, and makes a sound. And then we'll open it in the bottom. And then again, open in the bottom, and you can also kind of let out the big particles first, or the really gucky kind of part. Yeah, you get it out first. And then you close it, and then you connect it to the hoses that will bring it over to the fermentation. That, gentlemen, is the only room where you cannot enter. Because we're using, yeah. It might look like water in the buckets and stuff like that, but it could actually be acid or chloride or whatever used for rinsing. So please do not trip over that bucket. Don't touch it. But feel free to go in.
Don't tell boys don't touch stuff.
Yeah, don't touch what? There's the Bushveld. That's actually my favorite that we had today, and she was saying that the hops from that has been bought up by Miller, so they only have a year's worth of hops from South Africa to make this Bushveld, and then it'll be done because Miller bought all the rights to it. Here's the bottling line. Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Cosmos as Incorporated.
Stab at the checks.
And the brewery tour is over. For a guy who doesn't drink, which is me, I had a pretty good time. I learned quite a bit. Well, we just taste tested about 6-7 beers. I'm a little bit drunk. Pretty good time though. I don't exactly know where we're going next, but I do know that Stefan, Michael's best man, is going to be playing at a music festival today of all cover bands, so we're actually going to be going there.
Detour.
Wait, what are we doing?
We're gonna dress Michael up as Iron Maiden's monster, Eddie.
Eddie, yeah. Awesome.
We're gonna try to do it from the Power Slave thing, so it's a mummy kind of thing. I have a lot of old sheets and stuff.
So Michael doesn't know that he's about to become Eddie from Iron Maiden Classic. That's a good bachelor party.
Oh, I remember on the cover of the record, right?
Yeah, every record.
Evil times, it was a big square.
Now it's not that big anymore.
But it's the same
size.
where the old church is gone with the
Yeah.
roof. Yeah, I was there earlier.
So this is actually used to be a church, and they said it's considered a ruin because Germany came through at one point and burned down all the churches except for St. Maria. And St. Maria you guys will see in a future vlog because I did it last time I was here. So now we're on our way to find safety pins because part of the bachelor party is you get to humiliate the groom. And we are going to dress him up as Eddie from Iron Maiden, to cover the Iron Maiden albums.
Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Also filmed this cat. Nicken, the legendary cat that roamed the streets of Visby just like 10-15 years ago. He once sat on my lap and everyone thought he would kill me, but he didn't. So I'm one of the chosen.
You're one of the survivors.
Gunpowder Tower.
Yeah, something like that. That's where they used to store all the explosives back in the day.
Wow. There's Michael straight ahead on his phone.
I think there was a show called The Wire.
Yeah, exactly. From like Baltimore.
Well, we've made it out to Mix Ranch, and this is where the festival is, so we're ready to rock. There's the man of the hour, Mr. Iron Maiden himself. So we got brought out way out in the middle of like the farm country here for a rock festival. I don't know how that works, but I'm told these are mainly Gotlanders here, so we'll stick out like a sore thumb for sure. We got some VIP privilege here. So the band is actually performing inside that doorway on the other side. That's the stage. buddy here in the middle is telling us that when he got his Swedish wedding, that his friends made him get on his knees and they shot him with paintballs execution style. So I would say Michael got off pretty easy. What a good sport.